All right, I think we're live. Is that easy? It didn't give me any prompts or nothing. No prompts. No. You did that the other day, and my girlfriend was like appalled. You did
Why?
that on stream. You did it on stream, and she, huh?
I was asking if I made her mega dry.
Always.
Yeah, it's live.
Okay, perfect, perfect. And actually, I moved you. Hold on, look at me. Or look this way. Yeah, that's. I think this. I switched our sides from last time.
No,
And
now
then
my mic's floating. Didn't you have something in the middle, like separating us?
no, yours was against the wall. So here, I'll fix you. This is what we had before. Move you. Then I will move.
Dude, I'm licking you.
You're doing a lot. Doing the most.
I was licking you.
And I was here, and see now your mic was right here, right? And so it's a little bit more. See, now you're not centered. You see, I liked it before.
Just
Rewind.
a little bit. Okay.
Rewind. So your mic is off in the distance, but it kind of hangs off a ledge right there, an edge. Welcome in, everybody. Make sure to like the stream. We're doing this on my end this time, so it's a little different. I'm gonna see if do I get like a chat here? I do get a chat.
You usually want to pop it out and then.
Pop out
Derek's here.
Pop out. Here we go. I can just put it right in the middle, dude. Right in between us. Oh, so amazing. What's up, Derek? Welcome in, guys. How we doing? We are not prepared for this at all. Astral's been giving me. He's prepared. He says he's prepared. What are you pointing at? Oh, I can do music too. Hold on, guys. Hold on. This is so cool.
He's not prepared.
I am prepared. But we were talking about right before the stream. We were talking about how I'm just utterly disappointed with Overwatch, but I'm gonna keep playing it a little bit. I'm kind of in this like weird. I think he's in a similar space. I disagree. I know you're in a similar space sometimes.
I love Overwatch.
I know you're going to keep playing it. But whether or not you enjoy playing it and you're on the fence about playing it, I don't agree with. All right, guys, can you hear the music? Can we hear the music?
Let's see.
It's just a nice little change of pace. Yeah, we can. That's nice.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah, that's great. Welcome in, Pumpkin. Guys, next time we're gonna do a engagement stream, so we'll be talking more to you. I think, or we can do that today too. We just didn't plan it. Before we get started, anniversary event next Saturday. I just want to plug it real quick. Anniversary event, please be there. That's gonna be super fun, man. We're gonna do an Overwatch tournament. I'm gonna show you guys let me show you guys the overlays real quick. You guys want to see Team Astral and Team SGO? I'm gonna show you. Okay, so here is Team Astral. Team Astral, right? If you're on Team Astral, you're dead to me. But that's Team Astral, and then I made this one the other day. I'm really proud of this too. It's good. I like it. Do you not like it? I like it. The gorilla thing. I thought the gorilla was cool, dude. Is it a bottomless snowman? Whatever it is. Whatever it is.
Very relevant. It's very relevant to your stream, yeah.
What do you mean?
Serotonin's growing out of his back.
Yeah. And I just like the power in it. Yours is powerful. Yours is powerful in a different way, and I just tried to like pick something that was like as powerful, but not the same thing, right? I try to make it my own.
You couldn't do the same thing. Mine's custom made, baby.
So it's mine. You know what my best friend said to me? I thought it was super interesting, dude. No, this is about you. It's about you. It was super interesting. He's like, is he like bigger than you, or like has he been doing this longer, or has he been? And I was like, no. I mean, like he did have a moment where he was much bigger than me, and I was like, but I feel like we're pretty equals in terms of like where we're at in our streaming careers, right? And he's like, that's so weird, man, because he made it seem like he's so much better than you. I was like, how? On the interview last week, because he watched the interview. And I was like, how, really? And I was like, yeah, he just like the way he talked, and he mentioned how you were like, I was gonna piggyback off you for success, and like just little statements. And I was just like, really? I was like, I don't. And then Amadon had said the same thing. Remember, I was a second-rate viewer and you were the streamer, right? And I'm just like,
Yeah,
that's such an that's such an interesting dynamic. What do you guys think about that, man? I just like several people have been like yeah, he's the streamer and I'm like the second streamer, and I'm like, wow, dude, that like that's like that's so insulting. I know you might not feel that way. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I don't feel like it's that about anything. Like, I never really esteem myself higher than
Okay.
anybody in most regards.
Yeah.
But it could
Music.
be like overall presence, right? It could be something that simple.
I think it is something to do with that for sure. I think it is something to do with that.
Because on Facebook gaming, people, they'll be like, "How long have you been streaming?" I'll be like, "Oh, this is almost my 8th month." Oh, I thought you'd be streaming for like 2 or 3 years already. You know, so I guess I can see that. You know,
But people say that like I think I carry like similar of those vibes. He said it was your language that you used.
like my diction, like the way I spoke.
No, like just like the way you spoke about me and you and our relationship and stuff. Even like the origin story about how like how I found your stream, right? And then us talking about that, he just thought that was he just thought you'd been doing it way longer and you were way bigger and you were my mentor daddy. Like I was just like, oh my god, guys. Yeah. I was like, that's
How do you feel?
nothing. I'm more of like, wow, what is like more like
Take Team SGO, get the fuck out of here. Get it out.
oh, I was just looking at it. I'm sorry.
Get out of here.
I was showing them. I forgot. I wasn't even looking.
My god, disgusting.
That's so funny. That's so funny. But I just thought that plug-in.
You're supposed to change the title.
I did change the title.
Thanksgiving. No, it says Impulse.
Oh no, I did. You're right.
Oh,
I'm new at this, guys. We're doing this on my end. So I do apologize. I can edit it though. Here you go.
yeah.
13.
13, and then name it.
Second rate viewer.
Streamers.
Second rate. Second rate viewer. That's funny, man. That's funny.
When there's more people, we should talk about it and see what
Yeah.
it is. Because
I think there's people here who can give, who aren't saying anything, who give a lot of insight to that. I'm curious though. I am curious.
that's D's.
D's?
I feel like that's like that's a good person to ask.
I think mentorship is really important in streaming. So you asked me how I felt about it, right?
Yeah.
And like I think when we first started doing stuff like this, I did view you as a mentor, and as time has gone on, I feel like we've become just like very like one of the things you said to me the other day is like, dude, you're embedded, your community's embedded in my stream. Our streams are embedded in each other, right? And I was talking to Colton about that. I was like, dude, like our streams are like almost like this now, right? And but I feel like I did view you as a mentor originally, and I don't view you as a mentor at all anymore, which is very interesting. It's interesting for me to even reflect on, because I don't see that, like I don't look at you as my mentor anymore, which is also really cool, like transition in relationship, right? But it's still funny that people are perceiving that, and not just as a mentor, but like as you being bigger and more like been doing it longer. He said a lot of things that it didn't make me feel negative, but it made me want to unpack for sure. Where I was like,
Right.
what's going on? Like, what's going on with that, right? And then Amidon, I never lived down Amidon's thing. He called me a second-rate viewer, and I'm like, what? So Dane, what we're asking, I guess, you know what? We're gonna make this an engagement podcast. It's already started off with engagement podcast.
That's fine, yeah.
Why don't we just do it? So we're engaging you guys a little bit more. We're not going to ignore you. We'll come up our other topics. We'll make sure to find creative ways to include you. But what we're talking about, guys, is that my best friend came over today to watch football. Right? We've been doing that. I'm not really into football, but it's just a cool way for us to hang out. I played like World of Warcraft while he was watching the game. But he was like, dude, you how long has Astral been doing that? And I'm like, about the same as me. And he's like, does he like have more viewers than you or something? Or like, he doesn't know streaming language, so he's really having a hard time even asking the questions, because he's like, where he doesn't even know where I stream. He barely could say Twitch.
Hard to compute that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like having a hard time even asking. But he's like, does he like do it bigger than you, or like, and I'm like, more viewers, or like. And yeah, I'm like, no, I mean, like sometimes his peak's a little bit higher for sure, and I feel like he has some really good. Hi Emily, we have some good streams. He has streams that like have some higher peaks sometimes, but like in general, I feel like we kind of are like very equals in a lot of ways. And he's like, interesting, yeah, and he's like, interesting, and I'm like, what? And he's like, he just seems like he's been doing it longer, and he's like, maybe it's the confidence, and he's like, no, I said maybe it's the confidence, and he's like, no, it's the language he used. And I was like, really? And he was talking about like our origin story. And so basically, Dane, the question is like, what do you guys think about that? I think one of the things that Amazon brought up is that I'm more Astral kicks it in my stream as much as I kick it in his stream, but I'm definitely more of a viewer in Astral stream. Like Astral doesn't, I know this too. Astral doesn't watch my stream because he's a viewer. He watches my stream because one, it's a cool place to hang out, and two, there's a lot of his people in there too, right? And so it's just a cool way. It's just I don't think he's viewing. Maybe he is viewing. Maybe that's grown a little bit too. I don't think that's originally what it was, and I think maybe he is becoming more and more of a viewer and more of like someone who watches. But Amidon was like, dude, he's the streamer and you're the viewer. He's like, and then he's talking about me sucking his D and like all the like he's like you just praise him so much, right? All these things. And so we were just curious to your guys' thoughts. Emily, what do you think about that? I just feel like I feel like our relationship has grown a lot. But it's grown more towards a mutual thing, and it was just really interesting to hear two people who are very current, like up to date with the stream. Like Amidon is very up to date, and then Colton had just gotten up to date, right? He watched our interview together. He's been watching more of the Overwatch. He watched one of my Monster Hunter streams, and so it was just interesting for people who are very up to date to still feel that way.
And it's two different people on opposing sides, right?
Yes,
not opposition, but on like. You've been with me this long, and he's been with you that long, and he's never even been to one of my streams. So it's like, no, because the thing that Amidon was like, well, you're pretty new, right, Serotonin? And that's when you're like, no, I'm not.
God, dude, it's ill. Man, I can't. Oh, I'm half asleep, so I'm not massively taking anything in. No problem, Emily. No problem, Emily. Dane, we're asking you though, man. We're asking you guys. Pumpkin, how's your night? Hello, world. Is that Luna?
Yes.
Jules is super quiet. I think he just got on stream, and he stream. Do you stream twice today?
No, she might mean.
Oh. I know why. Actually, I know why.
Oh, I know. Is it because of the suppression thing?
Audio ducking. Yep.
Okay.
Hold on, let me change that real quick.
I'm gonna post this on Discord, even though I know it told everybody, but still.
Will you say something again?
Hello.
Is that better, guys?
Hello. Anybody here? Anybody there? Anybody can hear me? Serotonin sabotaging me.
Yeah, I think that's better. I guess normally what I have on my stream is I have Dwight, what's up, man? Better. Okay, good. Because normally what I have.
Hey, what's up, man?
No, see, and now it doesn't turn down. So normally what I have is when I speak, everything else gets suppressed, like game audio, music, everything, right? So now it should be very, very balanced. And honestly, I might even turn off the music too, because that's going to be impacted by this too. And then I'll set up a separate audio source for it next time. Yeah, welcome in, Dwight.
What's going on, Dwight?
I know Dwight.
No, he's my ex-brother-in-law.
Oh, cool. Welcome to the stream, man. But yes, I just
Dane did respond. He said, you guys are equal in so many ways, but further along than one another in some.
I agree with that. I think we both recognize that too. I think we both recognize that we offer different things, right? I think we both recognize that Astral's has higher peaks sometimes on his streams, right? Like some of his community days, especially, like he has some of your it seems like your community days every Monday just go crazy, dude. And then you also have some crazy streams. Bad on what?
Oh, she said I'm bad in her books right now.
Yeah.
So when I'm done streaming, look at it. I literally got off stream and then went here.
Yeah,
I haven't had time.
Yeah, he's not bad. I thought she meant.
Yeah, he's not bad.
Yeah, what? Yeah, you're not bad in the books.
She told me to check my messages when I got off stream, but it was like stream, call, go.
Got it. Yeah. He just got off. And then we try to get the audio set up, and I didn't know how to log into this and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
But
so nobody's answered the question.
Nobody. Dane did a little bit.
He's being a Dane.
Yeah, it's very like not answering, but kind of answering, right? Right. It's very like wish-washy. But okay, who's new here? Luna's fairly new. Luna, what kind of relationship?
Dwight.
I don't think Dwight has enough context. Right? Do you think Dwight has enough? Yeah, so Luna's a good one.
Maybe. Yeah, Luna.
Luna, what kind of relationship does Astral and I have? That's a perfect way of asking that. If you guys had to define Astrals in my relationship, what would it be? Ways to keep humans alive, but living in a robot body that doesn't look like human. Would you do? Oh, Luna's always with the questions, man. She's off in Mars. She's off on Mars.
She's waiting for Elon to pick her up.
That's funny. But like, what would you guys define our relation? Dane, what do you mean? What the F does that mean? You gave us the most wish-washing answer ever. You said
a very Colton answer.
It was so Colton, guys. When
Follow your heart.
Yes, when I asked my best friend, like I'll be like having the hardest time of my life, dude. I don't know what to do. I have no direction. I'm like lost, and I'm like, dude, what do I do? And he's like, trust your gut. Trust your gut. And I'm like, dude, that doesn't. He said, follow your instinct. You know, check your moral compass. And I'm like, dude, that doesn't lead me anywhere. That's not helping me.
You're probably lost even more, and you're like,
I am. I'm like, dude, and I'm like, if I knew what my gut said, I wouldn't be asking you right now. If I could just trust my gut, I wouldn't be here right now. Luna, I am asking you a question because I think you're a perfect person. If you had to define Astrals and my relationship, what would it be? Like, how would you define our relationship? Right? What kind of dynamic do we have? I don't want to give you any more because you just popped in, so you might not even have context to this conversation. So it's like a really unbiased answer. Yeah. Good. But Dane, you gave us kind of the half-hearted, man. The half-hearted. How do you see it, Astral? I kind of talked about how I've spoke about it.
Well, like when I look at you and I compare you to other streamers or streamers within the circle, I feel like you're infinitely better than them. And in regards to myself, I don't really compare anybody to me because I immediately feel that I'm better than everybody.
Sure. Well, and it's not so much about comparison. It's dynamic, right? Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, right. So yeah. So like when it comes to streaming, like I set myself way aside and I don't even like that's not something that I think about. But as in our dynamics as streamers, so I'm gonna do streamers and then friends. Like especially from the interview, I wouldn't see why or how anybody would like dissect that as anything because it's kind of weird because it was like you're the authority, you had the control, and I was just there to respond. So it was kind of weird that you would see anything like that. So it's kind of confusing.
Maybe I do agree with that, dude. I do agree with that, but maybe it's because I'm interviewing you. That puts you in a position of status too, right? Like Jay Leno, who's he interview, right? Or these people like Conan, like anybody on these late night talk shows, right? Jimmy Fallon, right? Who do they interview?
Whenever you interview another streamer, to see if it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Dane says didn't understand the question, I guess, and then Sheraton says what's going on, and then Luna says, okay, give me a second. Type it.
Yeah. So good. Sorry.
I think, but you didn't really like praise me or anything that day either. Like, it was.
Oh, I did, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah. So I don't know, dude. It's kind of weird, and I think our relationship's the same. I'm like the complainer, crybaby, and you take it and you laugh. I don't really see anything that's like, oh, Astral's the puppet master and Serotonin's the puppet, or vice versa,
Yeah, and that's like, that's a dynamic that I think people do perceive. I think sometimes it's like the leader and the follower, right? I think sometimes people perceive that, right? Sharito, if you ask Serotonin, I love the name. If you like what we're asking, if you're asking what's going on in terms of what we're talking about, I had two people recently. I had Amadon a couple weeks ago, and I had my best friend earlier today. Both of them told me that in different ways that I was like more of the viewer or the smaller streamer or and then Astral was the big guy, right? the big streamer guy, right? And Amadon actually called me, that's the title of the stream, second-rate viewer. He actually said, he did call me that. He called me a second-rate viewer. I don't even know what that means. I generally don't know what that means, but
we need Amadon in here to question him.
What does second rate even mean? Like that means I'm worse, right? Hold on, I gotta define it. I'm defining second rate. What does second rate mean? Second rate mean mediocre or inferior quality. God, dude. Whoa.
You shouldn't have looked it up.
See, I knew exactly what it meant. I didn't need to define it to know, man. I felt it. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Yeah, Dane, do you understand the question now? Also, I'm curious to how much latency we have. I might go ultra low latency next time. We'll see. Yeah. Guys, don't forget to like the stream, too. We got 3 likes. If we could get, like, what do you want the goal to be? Like, 15 would be amazing. 15?
I think 7.
7, we have 10 people right now. 4 likes.
Including me.
Amazing. I think one of them is me too. But yeah, Dane, do you understand the question now? I'm curious. And also, there is quite a bit, dude. When you stream on YouTube, there's so much more latency than normal. Like it's actually
it's really bad.
It's weird. It's weird that it's so bad.
It's like almost a minute.
Yeah, it's crazy. So like engagement stream, we will try a low latency next time. But that for engagement day. Yes, please. Was sorry about the delay. Yes, please.
Why don't we just do this on Twitch then?
You want to just end it right here?
No, next time, motherfucker. Next
I'm
time.
like right now. Like go to Twitch.
You're ready.
No. I just didn't know what you meant. But how would we do? We'd have to make a separate Twitch, or we could do it.
Just do it on yours.
Why don't we do back and forth? Like why don't we do it once on yours, once on mine, once on yours?
That's fine. Yeah,
that sounds like a good idea, right? Yeah, we can do that. Honestly, dude, I would get out of here right now and do that right now. But no, we don't have to. But YouTube, I just hate YouTube, dude. I hate YouTube Live sucks.
Let's do it right now. Let's go.
You want to do it right now?
Let's go.
We're going to mine.
Let's go.
Okay. All right, guys. We're gonna switch to YouTube. We're gonna switch to Twitch. We're gonna switch to Twitch. Do you want to do that?
Go. Let's go.
Are we doing it? All right,
Christ,
guys. We're switching over. We're switching over. Fuck YouTube, dude. We're done with it. We're done with it.
Jesus
Fuck
Christ.
it. We're out, guys. We guys see us in 2 seconds.
Did you end it?